Live. Hopefully this is actually live and looks like it is. Okay, so good afternoon. This is Edward Ojambo. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use the PHP fat-free framework. Okay, before we begin, quick reminder that I do a live stream every single day. Visit ojambo.com for details, or whatever channel you're on, you should see a post-dated video when I can. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Thank you to all who have subscribed so far this month. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's continue. So, what I have set up here, as you can see, this is the folder. It's an empty folder. This is where the all the content for today's tutorial will be. And as you can see, I'm in the terminal here. I've already zoomed in a little bit. So when I type things in here, you'll be able to see it. So we're going to also use Composer to install this. It's called the Fat-Free Framework, or F3, Fat-Free Framework for the 3 Fs. It's a lightweight, powerful PHP framework, and it supports the MVC, that's a model view controller design. And this is also pretty good if you're a beginner. Obviously, you don't want to be doing all this work by yourself, and WordPress might be a little bit daunting. So you want to start yourself using some type of model view architecture will help you get started up and running quickly. So for example, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to create a simple app connecting to an existing database, pull in the database data, and then paste it on a HTML page and style it. So that's usually most of the stuff you do. Most of you these days will probably just be pulling in the data as a JSON file, but I want to go a little bit more just to show you that you can build a full application with the existing resources. Okay, so I'll show you how to set up the database connection as well. As I said, we use Composer to install a basic app or a skeleton app. And then after that, we'll set up our database connection, and we can, I see you can expand the code here, the index.php file, which will act as our route, and also a way to connect to our view, which will be separated. And the code snippets are all here as well. And as you can see here, these are some screenshots. So basically, we'll just be following. So you can follow either the screenshot or the code snippets. It's all up to you. And then this is the default user prefs page, but this is what it actually looks like. But we're not going to use that. We said maybe we're going to create our own from scratch. And this is what our page is. It's a people list. This is a live stream. So for example, if I click on this, it's a live stream. So it's embedded into the article. And also, if you're interested in learning more about PHP programming, I have a book on Amazon. You search for Edward Ojambo. Links are also in the description. Or you can also get the course. It's an online course on ojamboshop.com where it comes. All you need is a web browser. It comes with web IDE for you. And if that's not enough, if you need any one-on-one programming tutorials, not just on PHP, could be Python, JavaScript, or another programming language, not just the fat-free framework, or you need help with your PHP projects, you feel free to reach out to me. There's several ways. You can go to the contact page on ojambo.com. You can also post a comment, or even right here, you can fill out these comments for this article on ojambo.com. Okay, with that out of the way, let's actually get started. So let me zoom up here a little bit just in case I make any mistakes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use Composer. So all you have to do is we're going to create our own sample app. So what I'm going to do is, so here see Composer, create project, Composer space, create hyphen project, then space, and then the fat-free, and I'll call it FF app. Okay, then after that, you just press enter, and you see it's creating it by Composer, so it's done. You see it created this one, FF app. That's our application. So inside the application, you can see we have all these files in here. We'll take a look at those in a second. Actually, we probably don't need the command line anymore. Well, actually, we do. We need to start the server. So I'll come back to the command line later to start the server. What I'm going to do now is I am going to set up the database information. So I forgot to start the database, so I'm going to start off screen here. I will open up another terminal. The database, the MariaDB server. So start MariaDB. Okay. I'm just starting up the MariaDB server, so it's done. The other thing I need to do, I think, is I need to open up, yes, I do. All right, so okay, let's continue here. So we're looking for config dot, this one here, config.ini file. So open this up, open up with the text editor. Okay, I'll just put it here so you can see what's going on, and you can see it only has this will be the part here. See this in this config dot, this is where you copy this and just paste and replace it with the ones that you want. So mine is slightly different, obviously, because I have a specific user for that. So what I do is I see the database here. Mine is localhost. The user is this one, and the password and the database name. So that's that. Next, we go to the index.php file, and we need to add some information. So what I'll do is look for the index.php file, this one here, and just drag it into here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. So what I'll do is I'll just go to the bottom just above where it says F3 run here, and I'll paste. You see this user ref, so this is already up and running, but I do not that one, it doesn't interest me. The part that interests me is I need to connect to the database, and I believe it's already grabbing the config file. Yeah, it's already grabbing config file, so I don't need to do anything here. So the only other thing I need to do is just just start the database connection, which I'll do right here. So as you can see here, I connected to the database. It's MySQL or MariaDB. So I grab this information from the config file and the database user, password, etc. This is from this config.ini file. Then the route is just going to be slash. If you want a specific route, I can put it here, but I'll just use slash. And then you see here, we connect to the database. We get all from the users table. And then I set it to users and the results, and I put those results, I put them into, I think the table is actually called, isn't it a people table? I think it's actually people. I think this is actually wrong. This should be people. I think I made a mistake here. I believe now it's called people, unless something is wrong. Yeah, it's called people. I believe it's people. So this should be people, not users. Yeah, so I grab all from people and I set it into the results. I give it a variable for people, and I'll show you how to use this. So after we do that, this is pretty straightforward. So the only thing we did was basically from line 98 to 115. That's the only thing we've added to our index.php file. Okay, so after that, we need to create a file now called, this is our view. So basically this will dump it into our view. So what we need to do is we go here, we go to the UI here, and you can see here is where, see this is the user ref, but we need one for, so I just need to create a document here. I'll create a new document, I'll make an HTML document, and I'll call it, what should I call this? I'll call it index. Okay, I paste it in here. We don't need anything here. So I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to paste everything here so I don't make a mistake. I will go over everything. So this is very basic HTML, the doc type, HTML, obviously HTML5, the head section. You don't need any of this stuff in here. You don't even need the head section. Then I'm styling my table. This is not a styling tutorial, but this is what I'm using. It's the same thing I do all the time. So most important is right here. So I put H1 for the people list, and then I put that table heading. Again, this is not, that's flattery. The more important part is right here. So I use the repeat. This is unique to fat-free because it's going to be repeating the every single table row from the database. So it's repeating. So basically, I grab the people, and the people is from the this one here. Where was it? Right here. You see people. So it's going to give me a people object. So that's what I want. So I'm going to go through it here, people, and for each row, we call it person. So then after that, I just get the ID, username, name, age, and verify. That's it, and repeat. This right here is unique to fat-free framework. So that's how that works. So that's it. So we're done here. We're done with the coding. So with that, what I will do next is this is just a table. The rest is just HTML, it's just a table. Okay, so next what we do, you see one of the weird things that this is an internal like twig-like format. So you see here it has this two squiggly lines to begin and two squiggly lines at the end, and then it has the @ symbol for this one here, for the person. So that's it. So what I need to do is I'm back here on the command line. I don't know where I am. Yeah, so I need to go to my app. And then I'm going to start a PHP server. Since we're running PHP, you can run any type of server you want. So I'll just type localhost. And then it will be, what do I want? I'll do 8080. So you can see here, it's going to be on 8080. So I will open up a Chromium browser and take this. I think it should also work here. Let's see if that works. Oops. Copy that. Okay, so the server started again. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see here, it also works here, but I'll put a different browser here for people who are joining us from the vertically. So as you can see here, this is our table here. Right, all this data is right from the database, and you see it does work. Now, for example, if I go to the user prefs, and you can see here when something is not working properly. I think it was just user prep. Let's go back to our file here in the index. User ref. Spelled it wrong. There we go. It's user ref. There we go. See, it's a fat-free framework, so you can see it's actually working. I didn't make this up. So it's condensed into a single file, F3, as they call it. So you see it supports all the databases that PHP also supports. That's usually, the MySQL, MariaDB, Microsoft SQL, SQLite, and all of them, and also some NoSQL databases as well, which usually, and some flat databases. So as you can see, this is all the information about F3. And you see, this is what we did today with how we started a project. You can also add it if you want to add it to an existing project. This is the command is slightly different. And obviously, you can also visit fatfreeframework.com, and you simply go here, and you see this is their website. There we go. And also, they also on GitHub. They have a community there as well, and so forth and so forth. So there you go. It explains everything. This, yeah. So as you can see, this is basically what it is. Instead of just typing "Hello World," I actually created a usable application for you guys. All right. Now with that said, let's wrap this up. As I promised, I will try to make this live streams a little bit faster. So, quick reminder that every day I host a live stream. Visit ojambo.com for details, and also be sure to like, subscribe, and comment for more frequent content. And if you need extra help, I'm also available for you at ojambo.com/contact. If you want to learn more about PHP, I do have a Learning PHP course on ojamboshop.com. And I also have a Learning PHP book on Amazon. You just search for it, Ojambo. All links for this are also in the description. Now, with that said, I don't see any chat requests, so I'm going to end this live stream. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. Be sure to subscribe and hit that button to make sure that you get notified whenever I put up a video or whenever I'm going live. Thanks again, guys. See you tomorrow.